She made me want to twist portions of the alphabet.
I wake up in cold sweats from nightmares.
So good that afterwards it left my body tingling. It's your motivation and inspiration that set you aside.
Oh, 2 people clap.
I am incredibly...
But it's also my inlet.
The female child dressed in blue, because that's my favorite color.
Brown eyes staring through me with ease.
Peter Pan peanut butter is what I like.
And you didn't even tell me I look handsome today.
As we're triumphant with facing giants. Ain't this rhymes never heard the sickest speech of
Over me like a cloud and it spread.
Manhood to a test at every turn, and I thank.
I want to walk one. Def Leppard 20.
Between margins, I lay my heart, play my part over melodies, tell you what heaven is to me. Now what's heavenly to me, the close-minded never.
When you look at Hampton Roads, it's like the support's getting there now. You had all this talent down here, but there was no place to really showcase it.
It's emerging a lot more than it's supposed to. Talent level in here in Virginia is bonkers.
It fluctuates, you know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of spots that's come up, a lot of spots that just died off.
It was very extreme back in probably about 5 years ago. So it's starting to, we're on a rebuild right now.
You got like an influx of people like all of the time, you know, so like there's like different influences of music in various cultures, and you know, it has the highs and lows.
Give me a knife so I can spread some Peter Pan peanut butter on any kind of bread.
The spot, it's at a different apartment every single time. When you go there, you get this feeling of being home, of being relaxed.
The spot is just it's so comfortable. It's just a group of friends. It's so comfortable that they don't do any extra stuff.
Favorite poetry venue don't even exist no more. Yeah, Urban Safari. It's this poetry spot that I used to host a few years ago, and it was just like the first national poetry spot, like in the 757.
Luxury Brown's it's like you walking into church on Sunday. It's, you know, for the Christian, it's like the poet walking into his sanctuary.
Luxury Brown, not only just being the host of the spoken word evening, but it gives me a platform to be creative.
I'm working on it, so I'll let you know when that happens.
The closest thing to it that I saw was Urban Safari, which was one of the spots that I came up in. There is so much more that a poetry venue could be.
You got time enough to buy pumps and capri pants, but every time I ask you to spend a little time with me, you acting like you can't. Oh yeah, you gonna help take care of this baby.
I'd have to say Godchild. Something about the way that he just captures each story.
My favorite poet is Godchild. Nobody's ever made me feel as excited to write something.
13 of Nazareth, that's my favorite poet. 13 is my brother.
I would personally say myself. I can never do the same poem the same way twice.
Grand Majestic. He's very articulate. He found a way to manage to speak positivity.
Scared I'll spend the whole set of my life shares as an insignificant life here. You see, my worst fear is of dying alone.
But it's called From a Shadow. It's about meeting a beautiful woman, and she kind of undresses all my guards that I had.
I'd say that my favorite piece by me would be Writer's Block. And it's one that, ironically, even though it's my favorite, I can't even remember it all the time.
Never die alone. But as I've been writing, I just kind of find myself catching favorites every time I write now.
Not too long ago, I wrote this piece called The Seed of the Victim. It's a HIV piece.
It's a piece about my grandmother and my relationship with her, and the influence that she had on my life. And I lived soul to soul with this mundane divinity for my first 13 years, her slow speech and gentle hands sculpting the basis of who I is.
It's coming around again.
It's becoming mainstream for sure. It's not already.
It's definitely